Welcome to Discover a New Future, a show geared at empowering women to be the best versions of themselves. I'm Faith Saunders here with
Desiree Kinney.
and we are your hosts. Today we are in New Jersey in Highland Park, and we are at Kinetics, Personal Training and Group Fitness. I got that right.
You did.
Yay! And we're here with Metra, Lundy. And that's the other thing I have always done, messing up people's names. So your last name is Lundy?
Lundy.
Lundy. Oh, okay, perfect. I got it. Well, this is going to be a great show because we're going to talk about personal wellness. And the focus is habits for women on the go. And many of us are out in the workforce. We are mothers. We are, you name it. And it's so difficult at times for us to really exercise. And I'm going to be honest about this. I'm doing the show as a selfish thing because, as you can see, I'm struggling in that area. So I'm so happy that you agreed to join us today and for us to be here in your own studio. And everyone knows I love stories. So I just really want to hear, how did you get started doing this?
Let me first thank you for asking me on the show. I really appreciate being able to talk about what I'm passionate about, which is health and wellness and just inspiring people into action. I got into fitness about 12 years ago by way of dance. I started out doing traditional West African dance in a company called Iwa Lewa Heritage Dance Ensemble, big name. But we practiced dance and performed dance all over the tri-state area from the Senegambian region, so Senegal, Gambia, and Mali. And what that dance did for me is really made me connect with movement. It inspired me to want to share movement with other people. And it just brought me joy at a time in my life where I was very, very stressed, trying to complete school and take care of children. And I found an outlet. And I thought every woman should be able to have an outlet so that they can feel what I was feeling, which was excellent.
Wow. So when did you start?
With dance or with fitness?
With fitness.
With fitness. So I danced professionally for about 14 years. Probably about 3 years into my dance career, I was asked at a local university to teach a dance class. And I was initially kind of nervous and a little bit apprehensive, but the university advertised the class and we got 50 people to sign up. So I was really excited. I had a live drummer and that made the class very, very powerful and energetic. And it was amazing. People just kept talking to their friends and signing up. And I thought, wow, not only do I enjoy movement, but I have this way of communicating that joy to other people and inspiring them to move. And so I had people in my classes who were moms, who were very, very busy, weren't able to get out, but somehow found a way to come to my class. And I really just appreciated that and wanted to continue on that path. After going into or teaching dance regularly, I started teaching some more mainstream classes. Cycling was a favorite of mine. I can remember going to my first spin conference. There was 400 people in one
Wow.
room. There was a massive stage, speakers everywhere, lights. It was the most energetic, invigorating experience that I had been involved in outside of going to a local club or a lounge. I mean, it was really powerful. And we were on those bikes for 4 hours. Can you imagine exercising?
Wait, we don't have to do that.
Four.
Today, right?
You don't have to do that. It was so wonderful. And I thought, I have to be in this world. And so I just continued to educate myself and learn different kinds of formats and share different kinds of formats from that point on.
So what were some of your influences? Because this is really powerful. So you were inspired by dance and fitness, and what kind of inspired you to be? We're at Kinetics today. So what kind of set the path or framework for that, and what kind of motivated you and inspired you?
Absolutely. I would say I was inspired at a very young age. I just didn't know it. So my mother, when I was the age of 7, introduced me to a mentor of mine. I was a part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. My mother had 5 children, so she was quite busy. I was the 4th girl. I had a younger brother. And she introduced me to a woman. Her name was Pamela Vale. She has since left this earth, but she really made sure that during our time together, I call her a second mother because I spent a lot of time with her, that she made sure I was active. She took me to dance. She took me to play basketball. She took me to swim. And so I learned to appreciate movement by way of our interaction. And then fast forward, my dance coach, her name is Audrey Davis. She is an awesome person. Shout out to Audrey Davis. Yeah, just so full of life, and she makes you want to move. So those are the 2 primary things that inspired me to be in the fitness world. I have to shout out my biological mother, Elaine Lundy, right? Because she also is a very, very hardworking woman, and gave me a good sense of like work ethic. So super thankful.
So I know one thing we wanted to point out and we wanted to get your feedback on are some of the stats, because the number one thing we're thinking here is, are you working out enough? Women are questioning, am I working out enough? They're busy lives, they're entrepreneurs, they're working mothers. We found fewer than 1 in 5 women are working out enough. And they actually found less than 20% of American women meet the government's exercise recommendations. And Faith, I know you have some quotes, some facts as well that are very interesting.
Definitely. It says more than 45 million Americans belong to a gym or a health club, and 22 million women belong to a gym. How many of us are using it?
Yeah, I know, that's a real question. Yeah, but is it growing dust? You know,
Yeah. So, I deal with 90% of our clientele are females, usually mothers between the ages of 35 and 55. And time is an issue. Figuring out to manage their own time, to get the kids where they need to go to the play dates, because kids, they're not playing outside anymore and coming in when street lights come on. That's not happening. So you have to take the kid here and take the kid there, and you also, they have their spouses and they need their attention also, right? So I think women are challenged by this work, home, struggle, to just
struggle.
Yeah, and I'm a mother, I'm a woman, so I totally get it. But I always encourage my moms to 30 minutes. And even if you can't make it out the house, 30 minutes. And if 30 minutes is not possible, I'll take 15. And if 15 you can't do that, okay, give me at least 8. It's a bargaining. Yeah, I'll take at least 8. But 30 minutes is ideally the amount of time that you want to dedicate to working out. And you want to work at maximum effort. And that maximum effort depends on your own body. And you want it to feel continuous. You do not need to be in the gym for hours and hours. When I work out personally, it's 20 minutes, high intensity. I get it done, and then I'm finished with that for today. I can go about my life and do other things that bring me joy.
So 20 minutes a day.
That's all I do. Yeah,
Wow.
that's all I do. 20 minutes.
That's reasonable.
Okay, there's a little caveat there. So if you do 20 minutes, then the 20 minutes has to be continuous, maximum effort.
Okay.
Continuous
Maximum effort. Okay, that's perfect. Because, that is so interesting and you brought that up, because honestly, I don't like exercising.
Okay.
And so, I've spoken to other people, women who share my sentiments. And but it's so good. We need to do that, especially as we age. Okay. So what recommendations do you have for women who are in my shoe or in my boat, who don't really like exercising or really need to do it?
Okay. So I hear this a lot. It's usually, I don't like it, I don't have enough time, and I can't make it. The first question I would ask you is,
Being interviewed.
right, is what do you like? What kind of movement do you enjoy? Do you enjoy dancing? Do you enjoy walking? Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's a perfect place to begin. You don't have to start by doing, 100 push-ups or 50 push-ups or 50 squats. Yeah. So you work your way up to that mentally and physically. You are going to work to inspire your own self by just creating some habits. So you start with dance and you say, okay, once a week, for 30 minutes in my house, we're going to have a dance party. You're going to turn on the music that you love, right? Turn it up really loud and just start dancing. Dance until you sweat, right?
For me personally, I'm not a huge fan of working out. The only thing I kind of enjoy are crunches. I'm not sure maybe the challenge of it, but I take a hip hop class, I take Zumba. I'm about high energy, and there's this positivity of being in a class. And I know you have a lot of classroom style exercises, and just seeing other people upbeat dancing. I think people need to just hit it dead on. Find what works for you, right? Yeah. It's different for every person.
Exactly.
So.
And I, for example, walking. I love walking. It's the hardest thing to get out of the house, but when I do start, I don't want to stop, So one of the things I recently started doing is finding someone to walk with, and I think that's where the accountability portion of it comes in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You've got to put things in your path that encourage you to tell other people so that you keep your word to yourself. It is very easy to say, I'm going to do this and not do it if you keep it a secret. Tell your children. Your children will keep you honest, right? Oh, you can say, well, your 5-year-old or 10-year-old, mommy wants to lose weight. So every day I'm going to come in the house and I'm going to do, 5 minutes of dance or 5 minutes of sit-ups. Make sure mommy does it. The first time you don't do it, you will be called out.
This is good because what we're hoping for, viewers to take away, women to take away, are 5 tips. You actually said one of them right there, taking accountability, and then also, right, being honest. Do you think that women are lying to themselves about this, or?
They don't mean to. They have the best of intentions, but they sometimes aren't realistic about what's possible. So maybe it's not possible for you to go to the gym because, you just can't make it there on that day. So then you have to decide, is it that you can't do it? Or is it that you can do it at home?
Oh, can you show? Actually, we wanted to know, like, for example, we're working, in the office really late. Like, I know I work 12 plus hours a day. How can we find realistic exercises that we can do so we don't make excuses? Absolutely. Can you show us?
Absolutely. So I'm going to show you 4 easy exercises that you can do while you're at work, while you're on your lunch break. And even if you don't take a long lunch break, everybody needs a moment to kind of just relax and pull away from work, have a drink of water. So during that time, you can carve out 3 to 5 minutes to just unwind a little bit. So let's do it. Yeah, I'll show you exactly.
Definitely. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we would start with our knees forward.
I'm going to put this down.
Sitting up tall in our spine. I'm going to ask us to draw the feet separate so that you have about your feet at hip width apart. Okay. And we're going to start. I also teach yoga, so everything that I'm doing today pulls from yoga. I think yoga is an awesome way to de-stress, to connect mind and body, and create movement.
Great.
So palms are on your thighs. We're going to lift your heart forward with an inhale. Really stick your chest out. And then exhale, pull your navel to your belly. Inhale and pull your chest forward. Exhale, belly in. 2 more like this. Inhale, chest out. You guys look great. Go ahead and pull that belly in. Exhale. And 1 more time. Push your chest forward as big as you can. Good. And exhale. Nice job. Excellent.
You're a good teacher.
Was that easy? Okay, good. All right. Next thing's next. We're going to bring the right arm up. And the left arm up, and we're just going to rotate towards the back sides of our chairs. So I want you to find something to hold on to. Okay. Could be the very back edge, or could be an arm, and just rotate. Inhale with me. Exhale and rotate a little more if you have it available. It's important to keep your knees at 12 o'clock, so I'm just going to adjust you a little bit. Keep your feet grounded. Good. Let's take a breath together as we transition. And go to the other side with a nice exhale. Let's do either side again. Inhale with me, transition. Exhale to hold, other side. The other wonderful thing about this inhale to transition is that breathing calms the body and the mind. And we're way too stressed. We take ourselves way too seriously. Okay, come back center. All right, how do you feel?
I feel good.
I feel really relaxed.
Exercise today.
This is
so
great.
I've got two more for you, two more exercises. We're just going to do a basic shoulder roll. Just bring the shoulders up towards the ears and then right back down. So up towards the ears and right back down. Two more up towards the ears, right back down. And last one, settle the shoulders with an eye. A lot of issues with upper back pain. So it's important to roll it out right there. The last exercise that I'm going to give you is a crossover of the leg. Many people, they feel tired in their hips and their lower back. So I'm going to demonstrate first, and then I'm going to have you guys do it. So I'll slide to the edge of my chair. I'm going to lift my legs. So you've got two options. Now, some people might not be so flexible, so you're going to work where you feel most comfortable. I'm going to lift my leg to cross my ankle onto my thigh and just slide my forearm down to the inner part of my knee. I become flat in my back, I lean forward, and I get a great opening in my right hip and in my back. Feels amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys try. Do you want me to hold that for you? I can hold that?
Yeah, great. That's great. So
All right, so you're first gonna slide to the edge of your chair.
Okay.
Good, and you're gonna take your left leg up and just cross it
See
over.
what I'm doing? I have to do this.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, and now you want to slide your ankle a little closer to the center of the thigh. So really push that leg out and towards me. Perfect. Now we're going to take that left forearm and yep, you want it right here. Good. And I want you to take a breath with me. And as you do, push down on the inner part of that knee. Flatten your back and lean forward. Nice opening in the hip. Wait, don't go away. We've got 4. Take a breath. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice.
That feels good.
Yeah, and it's easy to do. How long did it take us?
Just a few seconds.
Less than 3 minutes.
Get
Yep.
the posture.
Yep. To deepen the stretch, you could actually flex the foot just a little bit the other way. Good. We call that dorsiflexion, and just push down on that. It also protects the knee. The flatter your back is, the better. Good. So I can't have you guys walk around uneven. So we need to do the other leg.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm
We're
into
getting a real
symmetry.
workout
I
today.
know.
All right.
All right, so first you've got that leg up. That's perfect. I want you to take a breath. Exhale, push that forearm down to the knee, flatten the back, and lean forward. Perfect. Take a breath. Flex the foot and exhale. Desiree, give me that flex foot also. Perfect. You guys look beautiful. 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah, I'm here taking compliments and not exercising.
Yeah. You know,
This is awesome.
yeah. The thing is that exercise doesn't have to feel hard and horrible and stressful. It can feel good, and it can bring you joy and smiles and comfort. And so that's what we aim for.
I know you had a question.
Yep. Go for it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, life takes over. We want to come to the gym on a regular basis. Is there anything that you do with your patrons to kind of help them to keep accountable?
Absolutely. There are a couple things. We really live by 5 principles that are guiding principles. The first thing is to be honest about what you actually can do. If there's a day that you can get away, then you get away. If there's a day that you cannot get away, then you stay in the house and you stay at work and you figure out how to weave your workout into what your reality is. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you need to find ways to be accountable for your actions. One thing that we do here at Kinetics is we have a band ranking system. And it basically means that when you come in and you start to work out, you're ready for exercise. So we give you a band. And that band sits on your arm, and it's a reminder that you made a commitment to yourself. if you're able to keep going, then you get the opportunity to earn a new band by reaching your first set of goals. And your first set of goals could be, I plan to work out at least 2 times a week, or I plan to work out 3 times a week. And if you could keep that for a period of a month, then you can transition to the next step. Yeah. And so there are 5 levels, and they're basically readiness. Then there is willingness, because life will always become complicated. But you've got to be flexible, and you've got to decide that there's room for you. And then there's, you have to recommit all the time, right? Because the world is a busy place, right? Then you've got to be determined to make it happen no matter what. And then we're just going to conquer it. We're just going to crush it and do our thing. Right. So having some accountability by telling people that you love and and also wearing some physical representation of what you say you believe in is really, really important. You want to fuse your life with your workout so it feels fluid. My theory or my foundation or principles are train smart, right? Eat well, so you can live your life as great as possible. So you're going to fuse it. Then you're going to celebrate your success. When you drop that pound or you eat the rough, you got to celebrate it. And celebration changes a little bit the more fit you become, so you're not going to have the birthday cake necessarily.
We don't mean celebrate by cheating on junk food, but
I mean, you want to be reasonable, but you're going to celebrate yourself and your successes. And then you're going to bring your family and friends along with you to celebrate. So those are some guiding principles that help keep you accountable for what you say you want.
That is great. And those are principles that you could actually use in other aspects of your life. Absolutely. So again, you're really fusing your life together. Absolutely. I think that's awesome. Yeah. But before, you want to say something?
No, I was curious because you are working on a book, right, on detoxification. Did you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So I started changing or modifying my diet when I was about 14 years old.
14?
I was 14. Yeah. My mother, at the time, my father was very ill, and my mother was taking care of him. And she had gone to a lecture that had to do with health and wellness, and she made her kitchen her medicine cabinet, so to speak. So she would use the refrigerator to hold the foods, the medicines that she would use to help heal my father. So your spinaches and your kales, and she made salads and teas, and she had algae and all this stuff that I was like, Mom, what are you doing with this stuff? She's like, oh, I'm just making algae pudding. I'm like, algae?
Algae pudding.
It was actually, as weird as it sounds, it was very, very good. And so she was the beginning of me deciding that detoxification or clean living was something that I was interested in. Today, I detox 4 times a year, and that detox means that life will always get in the way, so you have to find a way to press reset. And reset.
I love that.
Yeah.
Please.
Life will always get in the way, so you have to find a way to press reset. And we're going to reset with food. We're going to reset with our schedules by just calming things down. We're going to reset in our minds by meditating or praying or whatever it is that you do that brings you a sense of peace. And we're going to reset by taking out all the stuff that we shouldn't have, or a few of the things that you are strong enough to take out. So like refined sugars, packaged foods, we're going to remove that from the diet and pull in some nutrient-dense foods. So make a conscious effort to get in at least 3 to 4 cups of vegetables every day. Make a conscious effort to drink water, enough water equal to half of your body weight in ounces.
How much is that?
Yeah.
So if you are 140 pounds, that would be half, so 70 ounces of water, right? So, your Poland Spring water, it's about 20 ounces. You want to drink at least 3.5 to 4 of those.
Oh my goodness, I have a lot to drink.
So during that detoxification, you're really going to feed your body, your mind, and your spirit. And you can do it for 7 days. You can do it for 14 days. You could do it for 21 days. If that feels like too much, you start with just 1 day or 3 days. So it feels very, very manageable. But I detox 4 times a year. And everybody in my house, they know I start telling them a month in advance, this is what's happening. My mood might be a little edgy. So, just respect my space, give me my quiet time, and I'm a better mother for it. Yeah, so.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Again, I told you part of the show is being selfish. It's about my issues. My issues. So, one big challenge that I have is here, especially since I've gotten older. And the question is there any exercises that we could actually do to kind of address this midsection?
There are tons of exercises that you can do. Ones that are easy to do, that you don't need equipment for, that you could do at your home or at work. I am happy to show you.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, part of my big issue is this midsection. And I've spoken to so many friends and other people who have had this challenge. So could you show us an exercise that we could actually, or I can do and some of the viewers could do to actually start addressing this challenge?
Absolutely. Some good news for you. The good news is that you are not alone. There are plenty of women who, over the years, as we mature, we develop more weight in our midsection. There is hope. You just have to work at it. A big part of it is food. So like I talked about earlier, making sure you drink an adequate amount of water. Eating fibrous foods is really, really important. And then exercising regularly. You need to make sure that if you're working out 3 days a week, that you actually dedicate some time to your abs 3 days a week. So every time you work out, you're pointing the finger at the abs. The exercise that I'm going to show you today is a multi-muscle group exercise. You can do it at home. You can do it at work. It doesn't involve any equipment. It's super, super simple. And I'm just going to talk you through proper alignment because that's really, really important. We're going to work across the abdominal muscles. We call those the transverse abdominals, so that we attack lower abs, upper abs, just like the letter X right across the belly. So I'll demonstrate first, and then I'll show you how to do it. Does that sound okay? Okay. So I'll do it front on, and then I'll turn to the side. So I'm going to bring my hands behind my head and push my elbows back. My feet are at hip width apart. And I'm just going to sit back like I'm sitting in a chair to do a squat, right? Okay. Once I'm down here, I'm going to come up and bring my right elbow to my left knee. I'm tipping over. I'm going to have you slide that over just a little bit.
That looks nice. That looks like something we could all do, right?
Exactly.
Now, everybody's fitness level and flexibility is different, and that's okay. You just want to do your best to get the elbow as close to the knee as possible so that you can feel work in the upper abs. I'm going to turn to the side so that I just point out a couple things if I didn't do that before. When I sit back, I'm really pushing back my knees from over my toes. All right? So that's going to help protect your knees. I'm lifting my toes a little bit and shifting all of my weight into my heels. I bring my head, neck, and spine into a neutral position. And when I come up, I lift the knee.
Okay.
Very
And how
straightforward.
many of those do you do?
Yeah.
How many repetitions?
I would say you should do at least 10 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets. It'll take you less than 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
totally
before you
doable.
go out and do food shopping for the household,
You can get squat with your knee raised. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to have you do it.
okay. Faith's turn.
Okay,
All right.
All right, so perfect. Your feet are hip width apart.
Okay.
Let's push all of your weight back to your heels and just lift your toes a little bit.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Then I want you to stand up really tall, pull your belly in, and let's bring your hands behind your head. Good. We're going to squat together and just hold for a sec.
Okay. So it's like I'm sitting.
Squat.
Yeah, that looks,
Yeah.
you've got perfect alignment knee to ankle.
Okay.
When you stand up,
That's
right
great.
elbow to left knee.
Okay.
Perfect.
Ooh, looking good.
That was good. Wait.
You're not done yet.
I need at least 4 more. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to watch you this time.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And let's do the other side.
Okay, let me just do this right now, right?
Yep. 1.
Oh, that's good.
Other side. Good. 2. Make sure you come all the way up to stand. 3. Good. 4. Nice.
Okay.
Okay, 2 more.
Two more.
Two more.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay.
Stand up. Wait a minute. You got to stand all the way up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here we go. And stand all the way up.
Okay, here we go.
Well, here we go.
Okay.
I'll do it with you.
1.
And stand up. Yes,
Good,
there
that
it
looks
is.
good.
Woo!
That looks good.
Love that. Nice job. Perfect.
Great.
Okay.
Oh, you gave me a bonus.
Ooh.
I appreciate that.
Two more. Good job, Faith. Good job.
All right.
That was great. Yeah.
Wow, this was fun. This is a lot of fun. I really want to thank you so much for having us here and being a part of today's With Us to a show. And any parting words for our viewers?
Yeah, you know what I just want to leave both men, women, and children with is that exercise and eating well is essential to being a healthy human being, and that it doesn't have to be difficult, that if you just decide what you love and just do that as a start, that everything is possible. And to just remember the 3 principles that I kind of talked about, which is to train smart, do what makes sense for your life, to eat well, and live as big and as grand as possible.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great.
See it written on the wall in the studio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome. And until next time, think positively. Thank you.